guys, hi.
Once again, you can see our guest, so we're not going to pretend I'm like form conversation and then
Okay,
next
so
thing just
that's
switch to this thing. So we have a guest, but before we get into that, we'll talk about how amazing it is that summer is approaching.
I know.
How do you feel about that?
Man, it's exciting. Today when I was wearing this, like I held my jacket, but I didn't need to wear it. I was like, oh, I didn't need to wear my jacket.
Also, between yesterday and today, I haven't worn sneakers or boots. I feel like that
Right.
is a win in my book because I don't
I
have to
should
wear
have worn
socks.
slippers today. But I think
Well, your toes are out, so that's good. So
Yes, I know. So,
Yeah.
but Tamilore is wearing a jacket. But then you can only wear this when summer is approaching.
Yeah.
Your jacket
It's a
is
very nice
nice.
jacket.
First of all, thank you.
You're welcome.
Second of all, it's my wife that bought it.
Okay.
I have to announce it because I don't have the eyes to
Yes,
pick a
Kelly, baby.
jacket. But yeah, I like it too. That's why I wear
It's
it.
nice.
Okay,
It's nice.
okay.
Nice. When we see your wife, we'll tell her thank you.
We've had her on the podcast now.
Yeah, no, sometimes when I see
Okay,
her
when you
in church, I'll tell her
Okay,
thank
so
you.
anyway, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm alright. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome.
So yeah, we are here now.
How are you, Dami?
I'm fine, no, I'm alright.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm just happy.
That summer is here. Ish.
Yes,
kind
ish. And I'm not working on Monday. So this weekend has been long.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean the wedding yesterday, the wedding today, then church tomorrow. That is a long day. So I'm not working on Monday. So it's like, yes, thank you, thank you Lord for that.
You know what?
So yeah,
All I can say is that Easter break is almost here.
yeah.
And to those of you who work in schools, you know what I mean. We'll have that
going to
break.
be a
We'll have our
long
time to shine.
Bele.
Don't call your wife and tell her. We are ready to disturb. But anyway, that's not what we're getting into. So today we're going to get into another kind of visa. I know you say we always talk about
Visa, but I
But
mean,
how can you be an immigrant and not talk about visa? Like,
exactly.
I feel like the first point of conversation we have when we meet somebody that we realize an immigrant is, oh, what visa are you on? Or what visa are you looking to get on? Or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
about how they know somebody who got on this visa in case
Yeah,
you're looking for
yeah.
something. And also, today we're going to talk about the skilled worker visa
I think
from
that's the tier 2.
Nigeria. Yes,
Yeah,
the
tier
tier 2 visa.
From Nigeria, and it's not here.
Like
Like
that.
because people I respect in this life.
Such caveats.
You understand? It's from Nigeria and it's not here. It's like this is another person I say, good afternoon, sir. Like,
We're going to call this episode "My Job Brought Me Here."
yes. Because
A skilled worker visa episode.
yeah.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you for
Let's
having
go
me.
ballet. Okay, so we all know that Nigerians are looking for the best way to relocate, and for lack of a better way to put it, the easy way out always seems to be study, or maybe you get married and somebody was already living there, or care, which
care.
probably will not have any experience in, but you're like, they said you can do this and this and this and this and this and this.
And I heard that they are now cancelling the care visa, by the way. I mean, you can no longer sponsor a carer or a support worker.
Can I say something? Your knowledge on everything regarding care visas is
It's
so
unmatched.
It's almost like that's my field now. I mean, I manage a care home and I manage staff, so these are things that they tell me, like, oh, this happened. Say,
I feel like any new information about care that has not even hit the news first. I'm like, oh, you're going to do this thing. You're going to do this thing soon. Okay.
It's okay. Anyways.
So, but before we go in, if you had to move to another country today, where would you go to? And why?
That's interesting. I've never actually thought about it.
And you live in the UK, you've not thought about
Let me even start to rule out countries I would not go to. I would not go to Canada because it's too cold.
Yeah.
And I don't think the economy is the
okay, it's
best.
too far from Nigeria, so like
Exactly. I don't understand. I would not go to the US because I don't want someone to shoot me down in the middle of the road. I'm biased. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I'm biased, thank you.
And because I don't like the way not capitalist, but like, yeah, the US is just not my vibe. Health insurance sucks there, and it annoys me. Countries I would consider, I don't have any of the top of my head. Somewhere in the EU that speaks English as a first language. So I'm definitely not going to go to Germany, Spain, because I think language is a big deal, and language influence
would you consider
culture.
France, even though English is not?
I would consider France because I'm a French, to some extent. No, I'm actually thinking. I don't have. It's weird.
Yeah.
In case you're.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
is it weird if I say I'll prefer to go back to Nigeria?
It's not weird.
It's not weird
It's
to
not
say
weird.
that, actually. Especially with what you're going to say today. Like, okay.
No, but yeah, I mean, if of course there's a good,
I'll refer back to
well-paying
this-
job,
this comment very
not
soon.
average paying job, a
I-
well-paying job that at least lifts you upper middle class, if there's something like that. Yeah.
All I'm saying, I'm going to refer back to this thing you said when we get into the topic. That means, what
Yes,
about you?
let's go.
I would say Nigeria or
Canada.
but then with the problem, I would say Nigeria partly because I like warmth. I've realized I don't like the cold. The cold is my major problem. I like a warm
But wait.
country, but wait and
How am I
family. But
shoveling
when
snow?
I consider the fact that the way things are going in Nigeria, I'll say Rwanda. That's something.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
somewhere I've been looking at. Rwanda. That's so it's like an African country, but that is not Nigeria. And the pictures look really nice. It looks like a very nice African country to stay in. So Rwanda. There's something I've thought about.
I actually never. I didn't actually think of African countries. I would have said South Africa, but I reserve my comments.
It's heavy.
Yeah,
Very heavy.
yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ireland. I'll go to Ireland.
Okay.
I actually did not know what to say, but I think I'll go with that now.
100%. Yeah. If I
Yeah.
was
But I think
doing
you've been
UK.
to Ireland. Have you? Let's see a picture of you.
No, I've been to Belfast.
Okay.
I've been to Belfast, so Northern Ireland, don't have visa for that place yet. So again, visa. But yes. So thank you for joining us today. We have
Thank you.
a culture on the podcast.
Let's go.
So you tell us your name and what Oyinbo people call you.
Okay, so my full name is Tamilore. That's my government name.
Amen.
What did they call me? Many things. Friends from Olu to Tamil. So my Indian Pakistani colleague called me Tamil for a long.
I'm not mad at that. Are you mad at that?
I am.
Okay.
I thought.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyways, because I was like, if you, Tamil, why? And yeah, it just didn't sit right. It doesn't have any. Anyways,
Fair.
so it turned out that aside Tamil is actually a language in India, so I think that was much easier for them to pronounce. So it was Tamil.
Okay.
Then some of my colleagues ended up with Tamilore. Before I decided that, you know what, can we just stick to Tammy? So Tammy, 2 syllables, can't be any simpler for anybody. So yeah, my colleagues call me Tammy.
Okay. We already have healed
You
from our
guys.
own trauma,
Exactly.
So we're fine. So basically, like, okay, me personally, I've said it on the podcast, and I always say it. I have beef
You said it many times.
with anybody that has moved to the UK that didn't come on a student visa. I feel like, okay, I could sympathize with people who
Sorry.
who came on like a care visa, because we know the struggle together, but you just came, got a job, your company was like, oh, I see you, come to the country, and then perfect. Wow.
It's not even as if you came and got a job, but it is that you are just there in
Yeah.
Nigeria.
They saw you,
And
they're
then,
like,
alright,
that one,
You know
I
what?
want that
Yeah,
one.
bring them.
Yeah. So, unfortunately for me, and the rest of us that have beef, you're a very big deal. So, yeah. But it's very interesting to have conversations. Like, it kind of broadens our mind
Yeah.
to see, okay, it's not just like a student visa or a care visa
visa.
or
Yeah.
marriage or something
Yeah.
like that. It broadens your mind to see the possibilities that
Yeah.
exist when it
Yeah.
comes to visa applications, and basically things like this exist. And also, would like you, since you work in, as far your job brought you here as in corporate and all of that, we need you to translate some Nigerian terms into corporate language for us, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Or more like Queen's English.
Yeah,
Is that
my
one also?
English has not changed, as you can hear. In the 2.5
Do you code
years.
switch at work?
No, I don't.
Nobody's on my
Yeah,
side.
because
But
my
they do-
my team is quite diverse, so
Okay. All right.
I don't have to struggle.
And people
with
don't
that.
ask you to repeat yourself.
They will be fine.
You said they'll be fine. Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the best response I've gotten.
Exactly. They'll
That's
be
it.
fine. It's
They'll be
like,
fine.
I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. First thing, Omo, I define my way.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out my way.
Okay.
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 Okay. It go be.
It go be in English.
Yeah.
what will be will be.
Okay.
Or you can't say it will be. That's not correct. But yeah,
It
what will be
shall
will
be.
be. In Queen's English, nah, it shall be.
I was going to say such is life.
Yeah,
Like, c'est la vie.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, they are philosophical. Yeah, I'm thinking of English.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
right.
Such is life. Yeah,
I
right.
don't hustle tire.
I've done a lot. Work
okay.
really
You're
hard.
not even thinking about it too
It's not
deeply.
like-
Like,
Yeah.
just a flow.
That's why they saw him and they brought him.
No, yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay, no wahala.
Next.
That's
No
nice.
wahala. Oh wow. Yeah, no problem.
I mean,
Well,
that was
well,
easy.
well.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, without
move.
the L. Don't say the L.
We
It's
move.
no problem. Yeah,
We move is the next one.
I'm thinking. We move. Let's go.
No, the Nigerian
We move. Okay, Nigeria we move is that okay? Yeah.
We move.
You have to think about this one. You need to think. Find having cheap ones.
So we move sort of like no matter what happens, let's go.
Yeah.
Siri, shut up. Sorry. Okay. We move. I actually don't have an answer for that one.
Yes. Okay. We got it.
Yeah, wait, nah. We move. Let's go. Or I don't want to say we'll be fine. It's not.
Because it kind of blends into that.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's actually like, it is what it is.
It is
Like,
what
It is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a specific answer for
Okay.
that.
All
Yeah.
right. So let's get into the topic. Can you tell us about your experience? Like, so, what you were doing in Nigeria, how you applied for the visa, how you heard about the visa, what took place, what triggered your decision, what did you do to get visible and all of that? Just tell us.
Okay, so now I'm racking my head in terms of what details to include and exclude. Anyways, no matter. I'm sure as you guide specific details you want, you would ask.
Okay.
So long story short, I came into the UK in 2022, November 2022. Of course, as you mentioned, on skilled worker visa. Prior to that, I was working in Nigeria as an auditor, financial auditor with my industry. We call them the Big Four. So we were one of the Big Four. So audits, specifically finance, banks, financial services industry, basically. How did I get the visa?
First of all,
Before
were
we
you
get
looking, like, were you actually looking to move abroad?
Fun fact, no. So I'm
You see,
I was
the pride
not.
that
because
Jehovah.
that's why I have to put the caveat there, because
No,
well,
I wasn't looking.
because in the Nigeria of that time, I know it's changed a lot. I was living I was not soft life, but I was chilled.
You're comfortable.
I was very comfortable. I mean, salary, monthly net salary. I mean, and now I can give numbers because, of course, like 500K ish as a grad. I mean, I just within like 3 years of graduating. I mean, of course, my job was stressful. That was a given. But like on the balance of things, I really was comfortable. My career was progressing really nicely. Everything was just adding up. So I was like, you know what? There's nothing I'm looking for up and down. And because I mean, I'm a Nigerian. So I'm not the adventurous kind of person that, you know, why are we running up and down? And I've always believed though that wherever you still find yourself, each country has its struggles. In fact, I'll put it the way someone puts it, that every country has bridges and there are people sleeping under the bridge in every country. So at the end of the day, it's more about making the best of where you find yourself.
But what if you were the one sleeping under the bridge in your own country and wanted to come down that
So that's why I said that's why I said personally.
Okay.
So I wasn't exactly looking. So how it worked out for me was after COVID, so 2021, there was like a mass exodus at my workplace. Like everybody that I knew, or a large chunk of them, were resigning and going to the UK or Canada after COVID. It was massive. In fact, we had this running joke in my unit meeting where we have a monthly meeting, and at the end of the meeting, the question is, okay, so who is leaving us? It was no longer a case of, someone is leaving, then we are now trying to question, okay, so who is leaving? Like, who has resigned? Let's know how many of us are remaining here. So it became a running joke. So in 2022 Feb, we're in the office. I still remember the time because around 6 p.m. ish. And a former colleague of ours that resigned and was in the UK called, working round table, called one of my senior team members and I asked her, oh, I have an opportunity, would you like it? But she doesn't like the UK. So she wanted to go do her master's in the US and she had been quite vocal about it. And everybody in the whole team knew that this person wanted to go to the US for a master's in an Ivy League school. So she just said, oh, I don't want it because this. But I think Tamilore should have it. I was on tape. I was looking like, why are you calling my name? Then I said, oh, yeah. This person called, said they have an opportunity in the UK. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, yeah, send your email address and your name, phone number, basically. I mean, I sent it to the person who I was, because this person just resigned last year, so I knew the person. Sent it to him on WhatsApp. Then the referral came through, and then I was not like, okay, this is actually real. And I was not going to take it because, don't judge me, I was not going to take it because I was like,
sorry, before you go on, just to let you know,
I am judging.
I'm just intrigued.
I am.
No, I'm looking at you like, wow.
Because
I am judging. So continue. I am judging.
Yes, before you judge me. So I was caught in between two minds. I was like, I mean, the ease of it all shocked me. Like, why is this literally falling on my lap?
Nigerians are suffering.
Yes, you can't blame me.
You know,
that was it.
It's part of the things I was going to ask you. Like, when it came, did you ever think, Abi, is this a scam? Are they whining?
Oh, well, I knew it wasn't a scam.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, I know this person.
He wasn't a scam,
but
he's still like, I must suffer. I need to suffer.
It's like, it's so easy.
Yeah, because I know this person. I mean, we've worked together. Was my guy. So, and he literally sent me a WhatsApp message. Oh, what's your actual email address? And the referral came through from a company that I know, right? I went on their website, saw that they actually had openings. So, because the guy was going to get like a referral bonus, so he asked me to apply with his code. And anyways, so I was not going to take it. Thought about it. Told my girlfriend then, now wife, that okay, this opportunity came through. She was one that was like, even if you are not going to take it, at least attend the interview, right? At least do the first stage, second stage interview, and instead of just turning it down. So okay. After she pestered me for like 2 weeks, finally.
Well done.
I have to actually say, after she pestered me, and I of course I took it, and it was ironic at that time because she was the one that was looking to travel, and she was actively applying to schools. She didn't like the UK. So when she didn't like the UK, she wanted to also go to the US for schooling. All the schools she had applied to, everybody turned that down. So she was like, I'm looking to Japan. you have a company and you don't want to take it. Anyways, long story short, of course I took it. Went through the stages of the interview, first, second, third. I think we had 4 stages. So went through everything, and then came through.
It was in the same field you were in.
Yes, the same field, a different company, but they're exactly the same field. So I think that did help me. I mean, probably as we go along, we can talk about that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So one thing I want to know before we continue is, because I always like to talk to people about the work culture in Nigeria and the work culture in the UK. What was the biggest difference? Work culture shock that you experienced?
Work culture shock.
So not just general culture shock in the UK.
Yeah, I have a lot. So work culture shock, I think for me it was the not openness. So Nigeria has an hierarchical culture, like I put that, where if I'm an assistant manager, there's a manager on top of me, there's a senior manager, there's an assistant director, there's director. I can't be in a meeting and my director says something, for example. I expect that it is the senior manager that will respond to that. As an associate, for example, I won't speak to the director because that's my organa. In fact, it is a privilege to be in a meeting with this kind of person. We have that hierarchical culture because of our society. So my first culture shock was speaking up. I didn't know how to speak. In fact, a couple of my managers had to give me that feedback for a while. When people say something and you are the best person with the answer in the room, even though in terms of hierarchy, you are not the one to respond. If you know you have the best answer in the room, speak. speak up.
Refreshing.
Say up, speak up for yourself. So I struggled with it a bit. I probably still struggle with it now, but that was my number one culture. Sorry, I have a lot. I'll give 3. Second culture shock was their definition of social life. Yeah, because the first time when I joined the firm, we're having a unit hangout. So they say, oh, unit social night, and they say food and drinks are going to be made available. In my head, party. I was like, and because I knew the firm could afford to pay for food, drinks for everybody, and in fact, not even the firm could afford. Where I was coming from, if we're having socials, is correct food buffet. We are not sandwiches, not fingerlings and no, it's correct actual food with drinks. So when I got there, first culture shock is why are all of us standing at a pub? So I mean, why is everybody standing outside? Okay, maybe not outside. Everybody's just standing. Everybody's holding their drinks and they're talking.
Bingo.
I was like, no. Where is the food? And I said they brought one thing like that. No. They even tried. They even give us scripts. I think it was one very tiny something like this. I was like, no. I was disappointed.
Portion size everywhere.
Because when you say socials, my definition was music. We are all dancing. We are all trying to enjoy ourselves. So this one, we are all just standing and drinking, basically. That was definitely. So I was shocked. Like, okay, yeah. My expectation was here, it just deflated. But I mean, of course, as you go on, you learn how to play the system. Then my last culture shock was diversity. So coming from Nigeria, where you are in the team and everyone on the team is Nigerian.
Yeah.
I mean, now you get on a team and everyone is, even if you have a team of 8, everyone is probably from a different country.
Yeah.
So if I think of my last team that I worked with, I'm Nigerian. Had a British guy. Okay, we had 2 British guys. We had my manager was from Tanzania. Senior manager was from Philippines. I had a director that was British. But I've had Indian colleagues, Pakistani. I've had people so that diversity, and you see how culture. I think I just got to understood how culture or backgrounds play into the work also. Yeah, so that was a real shock, dealing with people from different cultures. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah. Did you want to say something?
I wanted to say that you know how when you're in Nigeria, you are either Yoruba or Igbo. You're not very aware of your skin color.
Yeah.
When you come here, there's I don't know how to explain. There was an awareness that dawned on me. So when
you're black.
When I got into my first after isolation, I got to my first flat. My flat was very mixed. We had an Indian person, someone from the US, someone from the Caribbeans, a British person, someone from Iceland, I think. Very mixed. So you can imagine. So all of us were there, and for some reason, for the first time in my life, I felt very black, not Nigerian. Black. I felt like an African. I don't know. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
We're all just this. I just felt.
You felt,
I felt very distinct. Like I could tell the distinction. I was like, oh my god, I am a black person.
I've had 2 experiences regarding that. So, my first experience in recognizing that I am black, but skin wise and all of that, was when I went to Egypt. I got this call to perform in Egypt. And it was like a whole multinational thing. So people from Mexico, Bangladesh, Pakistan. I met a lot of people, and I was like, I'm from Nigeria. There was another person that was from Ghana. So we were able to just be like, okay, we are together and all of that stuff. So that was the most diverse environment I'd been in. But my experience moving to the UK was very different. My awareness was not in a diverse space, but I am the only black person in a room full of white people, just white people.
Yeah.
So the first time that happened was when I entered dance school, and then I stepped in. So I was not just the only black girl. I was the only African, the only Nigerian, and so it was like wow, oh my gosh, yeah. So even when I went to my first work environment, the only white and the only black person and all of that. So I have had a different experience as part. My environment has been black and white as opposed to diverse and all of that. And that thing, it really like dawns on you and you're like, in Nigeria, like, where are you from? My dad is Edo and my mom is Ibo. Kaduna.
Yeah.
So where are you from? Okay, I'm Edo. And you come out. Before you start trying to explain, I'm from Nigeria. In fact, before you even get to that point, you're already seen and perceived as this one person. I remember talking to somebody, and I think I saw a name on TV, and I was like, oh, this person is Nigerian. And then the lady was like, how do you know? I said, the name. This is a Yoruba name. They're like, wow. I never thought. I was like, yeah, our names are like that. I can see a name and recognize that this person is from the West, or this person is from the East, or this person. She was like, wow, that they don't have that. And I realized that actually that's such a unique thing we have.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Because I can tell that you're Yoruba, that you're Igbo, that you're Hausa from your name. And it's like, wow. And she was like, wow.
We are losing that culture because everybody now naming their child Jaden. Jaden. And what's the other very popular names nowadays?
Jason. Kiara.
Tiara.
Lion King.
Yeah. So,
okay.
But anyway.
Okay. So something that came to mind was, you know how we always like apply for jobs to come to another country, but you know we have people that come to Nigeria to work. Did they apply for skilled worker visa to come to Nigeria?
Fun facts. Getting a Nigerian visa is actually not as easy.
Yeah, I heard that it is hard.
But I heard the one about people getting married. Like, what's that one that?
That
if a woman marries somebody that is not a Nigerian, he can't get a visa.
So the thing is, as I'm Nigerian, if I marry a non-Nigerian, he can't be a Nigerian citizen.
But a man
can marry
a woman and she can get. Let's just leave that. But
exactly. Let's not get there.
Let's move next. Yeah.
But anyway, the work one. Yeah.
So
is it called a skilled worker visa?
Yeah, it's called a skilled worker tier 2 visa.
It's called tier 2. We have tiers.
Well,
skilled worker not small.
Tier 2.
Wait, fun fact. So when I was still like very on about dance and and I had like goals and specific goals. Now they've evolved. I used to dream of like building a school in Nigeria that would transcend different dance styles, and then people from all over the world will come to Nigeria to train, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm applying to like international student visa to come to Nigeria. No, I don't know if people do that. Like, who wants to come to Nigeria to study? But yeah, sorry. Is it called a skilled worker visa? I said yes.
Yeah.
So like different tiers. Do we have a global talent visa in Nigeria?
No, I don't. I'm sure we don't. That country is as the country is. So getting a visa to actually legally work in Nigeria is not as easy as it sounds, because the country's law, or like our country's law, is very archaic. Nigeria's laws are very archaic and somewhat patriarchal. But yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. God bless you.
This is an aside apart from skilled worker. But when my wife was going to change her name on her visa, and then there was an actual requirement that I have to sign a letter for her to take my name.
Yes.
I couldn't understand it.
So I want to change my name to my husband's name. I'll now meet my husband.
Yeah. I teased her about it though. I told her to kneel down. But that was weird.
Guys.
Yeah, it was a joke, but that was weird.
Which is very annoying because it is very important in Nigeria to actually have your husband's surname, because if you have a child, your child needs, they won't recognize your child because the child will have your husband's surname. They won't recognize your child as your own because what makes
you guys
why you guys get, and I'm like, it doesn't. Anyway,
but I heard that in this country, if you don't take your husband's name, they'll give your child your surname.
No, they can.
I think names are a lot more flexible. Yeah,
you can choose like some of the children I work with. So we have a system where we have the parents' name on. So we see that the mom has a different name, even if they are married, has a different name from the father. So as we're about to like send wide emails to parents, so it comes up as Mr. Tom and Mrs. Jane. So it's like two of them as opposed to Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah.
So there are like allowances for that kind of situation because come on. But in Nigeria it's like, you're not a child's mother. What are you doing?
Anyways, skilled workers.
Yes, that's why we have digressed.
Now we come back. All right. So
I had one more digression.
Yes.
Do you see that thing of Mr. and Mrs.? That's supposed to make people in trouble because someone will say, for example, obviously I'm Orija. My mother is Mrs. Orija. So they will not call her Mrs. Her name Orija, and my father Mr. His name is Mr. So and people have said it that in a case where maybe a man now marries multiple wives, if anything happens, they don't know who is the Mrs. Orija is when they want to maybe assign something. So anybody can be Mrs. Orija because now, so that is because like, I am a person. I am not necessarily a person because I am attached to. Anyway, that's sorry, that's another digression. Let's move on.
Let's come back because if we go down that route now, you are not coming back. Anyway, let's come back.
Yeah. 3 months.
Okay, so
so we're talking about the. So we've talked about the fact that we have
Tamilore said we do.
I mean,
do you know what the process is like?
So for a skilled worker visa, it largely depends on. I mean, of course, there are requirements from your end, but I think it largely depends on the company. The company has to, of course, have a license to sponsor, right?
This seems so foreign to me for Nigeria. Like
so, when I think that's why I would always say that I came on a very chilled note. I never had to worry about a lot of things. So, but the company has to have a license to sponsor the visa. Then the company has to be willing to do so. So I say willing because there are costs to the company. There's paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork to be filed. Having a structured organization that handles all those things does help. So for anyone that's trying to come in from Nigeria, I think the very first thing would be to establish whether the company can actually sponsor you.
Of course.
In fact, I remember in the application it was a question there that if you are going to come to the UK, do you require sponsorship? So some companies, because of the costs to them, of course they will have to weigh the pros and cons. So many times, I think if you can just get ahead in the conversation to applying, it's proving to the company that you are worth the costs. So because apart from the salary they are paying you, of which there's even a salary threshold, for those coming in, but apart from salary they are paying you, there's the application cost to that they are going to pay to the government. Some companies like mine would pay for your application cost, so they'll pay your visa fee, your flight, your hotel, for some even for your dependents, cover everything. So you having to prove to them that you actually bringing in value. So that's
say, what happened to you? Would you say it is a common occurrence or it's a one in a million thing?
So I think it's common in our industry.
Okay.
I think that's the way I can put it. Because
how do we move to that industry? Anyone that will help my life.
So I think in the finance space, right? So finance, specifically, I work in audit. So finance. Some people do consulting. In finance audit space specifically, because of course the companies are, they are global, right? They have footing in almost every other country that you can imagine. So in terms of legal requirements, they are up to standard with all those requirements. I think for me, personal research, I tried to look through why, because it felt as if something happened post-COVID and they just decided to come get everyone from Nigeria. Apparently,
I think it's Brexit.
Exactly. What happened was Brexit. So a lot of the Europeans left. So they had to come get people from India, Pakistan, and Africa, because it's English speaking, so Nigerian, and because we're Nigerians, we're excellent like that.
So because it's English speaking, right? Okay, don't worry. Let our
English
is my first language episode drop. Don't worry. There's a context to that. There's a context to that. That's why, because we have a whole episode where we talked about the need for IELTS exam for students and all. And
I don't want to talk about it.
You have to do IELTS.
I wrote Pearson. Not IELTS. Yeah, that's another thing.
You have to do English test.
Yes.
As a professional.
Yeah.
Mad though.
Real mad.
It's weird because I wrote Pearson, and a lot of people don't know, but for UK you don't actually need IELTS itself. Pearson, PTE, something. It's another English test.
My own concerned with the whole IELTS thing is, okay, the first time you want me to prove that I'm coming to study and learn in English, even though you don't trust the colonialism you did in our country. Let's leave that. You spoke English with us, but it's fine. Let's leave that. But we'll leave that part. But then I have come here, I've done my master's, I've graduated, I've smashed it. Now I want to apply for an MBA or another job, and then you're asking me to write out again because it has expired.
I feel don't forget the English, right?
As if English has expired.
In PG.
As an aside.
So the initial thing is you don't trust the first English you had spoken to me, or you don't trust that the school I have trained in also didn't speak English to me, or I'll be responding in Pidgin or Yoruba to them or something like that.
They need the money.
You know what? That's the answer I needed.
At the end of the day, the businesses need the money.
Yeah. That's the answer I needed. So
as an aside, my own beef with that is, okay, I now finally get here. And I see some other people coming from some other countries. I'm like, you two, how you take part here? Okay, I'll not say anything. But you two, you know that yet. All right.
Let's not get
there. Let's move.
Let's not get
it's all right.
Let's not get
oh
there.
My God.
So, okay, skilled worker visas. Not to digress. So I think if I'm going to speak specifically for anyone that is trying to come in from Nigeria on the skilled worker visa, I think the first thing would be to, because it's skilled worker visa, you have to have a demonstrated experience.
You have to be skilled.
You have to be skilled. I did like so that's
called
because
skilled?
As Nigerians we like to wing it a lot to say, don't worry, I'll just no. Pick an industry, right? Like not even pick an industry. What do you do now that you think can work? Then try to translate that. So because I work in finance, so I know the companies that I'm looking for. I know what exactly I'm looking for. And I can say, okay, this is my experience in this industry doing XYZ. 1, 2. Experience. So one thing that I almost counted me out was in terms of, I thought that my internships and NYC did not count. Oh yeah, because I'm a Nigerian. If you go and apply to any company in Nigeria and you tell them, oh, I did NYC, they'll be like, it's not just NYC.
Which is very annoying because you supposedly can't get a job if you don't do NYC.
Yeah, because I initially thought that it's not just NYC, but really my NYC year, I was working. In fact, before NYC,
maybe that's the problem. I was not.
No, I left school. I left school September. By November, I resumed my first job.
Focus.
I know because
skilled workers here.
I'd been that kind of. I'm a 9-to-5 guy. I don't know all you people that do entrepreneurship. High five to you people. I can't be a business person. I can invest in your business, but please don't ask me to sell anything. I'm not interested. So I think that's another thing.
I like when people recognize.
So I've always been a 9-to-5 person. So when I left school, I got into working. So I did an internship 6 months, did NYSC, resumed work. At the end, the reason why that is important is because when I was applying and they were asking for 3 to 4 years relevant experience, I started my experience from internship.
Oh, instead of NYSC.
Instead of post NYSC. Because as far as the British guy is concerned, he doesn't know whether it's internship. All you need to demonstrate to them is you can do the job. You know the job. And to be honest, as an average Nigerian, there's a tenacity or there's a level of hard work. You've actually put in the work.
We have.
So I think for the 9-to-5 people, I'm a skilled worker 9-to-5. Yeah. We tend to, or the average Nigerian has this false sense of humility. So I that's almost affected me in a way, because what helped me was, short story was, when I was going to finally apply, got a company to review my CV, told them that I'm actually applying for the skilled worker. They were the ones that now rephrased it. So instead of painting my job role as intern, right, focus on detail what you actually did. So when you get into the interview also, be willing to speak on what you actually did. So I think that's helped. That really did help me.
Okay. So when you were applying and all of that, did you find any part of it frustrating, or it was just easy and you just okay?
I hate psychometric tests. all those personality tests. I don't like. I don't understand.
I didn't want to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's for the lack of a better word, it's pissing. Sorry, because
By the way, sorry. Fun fact: I just realized that word is actually a swear word in the UK.
yeah, that's why I say sorry. But
I didn't realize that. I just realized that because like the kids were just like, "Oh my god!" and I was like, because you tell them, "Don't say this word, don't say this word." So me and I said, and they're like, so
Fine.
yeah. Side notes. Yeah.
I don't like psychometric tests. I think that was the one part of the test of the interview process that I didn't find funny. So I mean, there were 4 stages. First interview was a recorded video. So they had these set questions. You're supposed to just record yourself answering those questions. The second one was, I can't even remember. I can't know. The third one was the psychometric test. ZOPQ they called it now. I can't remember. Then the last one was the actual interview with a person. Then I mean, of course, when you get to the last stage, you are talking to someone, an actual person, not AI. But yeah, I didn't like that part because I feel humans are different. People are always different. People would always handle issues differently. It doesn't
mean it's wrong the way it was handled.
I've still not found evidence that a personality test can actually like accurately predict the personality of people, because if it did, all of us in the workplace would have a similar personality.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
And I know what you want. I can game it right because I know what you like. You want a typical good going person. Well, anyways, yeah. So I didn't like that part.
I also think that it's probably a thing of trying to cut down. They just have to eliminate because there are so many people.
Yeah,
so they just have to say, okay,
anybody that answers this, will have cut them out.
Yeah. I think so too, actually. Yeah.
But how have you been finding the UK so far, generally speaking?
Generally, I've settled quite well.
You like the cold?
No, I don't like the cold, but yeah, when I consider our colleagues in Canada, I that country. Canada.
How many shades to Canada?
Why am I shoveling snow? Why? Anyways, yeah. I mean, generally, of course, there are culture shocks here too in the larger society, but on the balance of everything, I'm liking it here.
Okay. Do you have anything to add before we go into
I wanted to ask, do you have any advice for a viewer who is trying to get a skilled worker visa from Nigeria?
How many minutes do you have?
2 minutes.
Okay. Jokes apart.
That's how we told Ademola one line. He said,
no. So advice for someone that is trying to get on a skilled worker visa is, why did you decide a skilled worker visa? So
relocate.
So I think because once you relocate, it's a valid motivation, but because there are many routes, for you to have funneled it down to say, okay, a skilled worker visa, I expect you've probably gone through some decision-making process. So actually look at your industry and see what goes, right? Because, for example, if you're in healthcare, you know that, okay, care or health generally, right? There are certain exams you should write. In my industry, you had to be chartered, for example. So I was a chartered accountant already before I came. I'd been qualified for.
Respect.
So now, if I want to move to your field, I have to be a chartered accountant. So no, I've cancelled that.
Let's start knowing the ones that we can know.
So if you want to come to a skilled worker visa, look at actually your industry, your capability, because you may have to play the long game. The long game in terms of you probably would have to first off move to another company before you come here. How would I say? So, for example, in finance, there's a lot that goes on in finance. There's the typical accountants, but I found out that most people that move into, or most people that get sponsored by the Big Four are coming from other Big Four. So it's if you are trying to come on skilled worker visa, sometimes the reason why they won't sponsor you, or the reason why they will turn down your application, is because you don't have relevant Big Four experience. So you may have to play the long game in terms of to say, okay, I'll move to this company within 1 year, work with them, and after that 1 year, I'll move out. So having an actual strategy, 1, 2, there's enough information on the internet. Please go online. Right? It helps if you can find someone that has gone through that route before. It does help, but I found out that people think, like people's experiences sort of influences how they will advise you. So people that had it hard would sort of like discourage you. So the reason why mine was flawless was because the person that referred me had a flawless. So he was always chilled and like sort of like always gave me confidence that don't worry, you get it, you can do it. You get, so yeah, find someone that actually has sense and can speak to you. 3, at the end of the day, involve God, right? So pray about it, be sure it's what you want to do, and have confidence. Forget audacity is the key.
I have a question about you saying something about your field and obviously knowing how to navigate that. So if you belong to a field that rarely sponsors, I want you to touch on career pivoting. And like, so this person's goal is that by all means, I want to travel abroad and move. Like the situation in Nigeria or my home country is horrible, but the career I've dedicated a fraction of my life to.
No spoiling.
But the career I've dedicated a chunk of time to is not forthcoming. But I want to move because it seems like better opportunities, and this is not forthcoming. Explain career pivoting to this in this.
So I think in trying to pivot in your career, there's a place of skill, and at the end of the day, doors would always open to the best people. When the very first thing is be very good at what you do, and it's not average level good. It's I walk into the room, everybody defers to me. That kind. So the very first thing is be very good at what you do, no matter the field you choose. 2, yes, there is an actual, I don't want to call it limitation or bias or strangulation in some fields, and you have to recognize that and be fine with it. So it's either pick your struggle. There are some fields where you have to be very, very good to get to the top. There are some fields where, as for example, I am a assistant manager. I came in as assistant manager, now I'm mid-level manager, right? Some fields, a mid-level manager would not get sponsored. For example, marketing. If you work in marketing in Nigeria, a marketing company would not necessarily sponsor you down here. So you have to pick your struggle to say, would I want to be the best marketing manager in Nigeria, or I will move to another field that gives me better prospects to jackpot?
Start from, maybe you might have to start from the entry.
So entry or even mid-level, right? So in that case, you now be thinking of transferable skills, right? Also, at the end of the day, still speak to people. I found that even in my field now, most of the people that work in Big Fours didn't study accounting. So you find out that being able to put in the work, study, say, this is where we find ourselves now, we will do it, right? Because you did not choose it and you stumbled upon it doesn't mean you have to be mediocre, right? You got there, do it. How else? What other advice you have for someone that's trying to pivot is, of course, apart from it's a deliberate decision, right? Play the long game. Think of the fact that you have to lay down blocks, build a network, all of that. Then speak to people. Then I think my last advice for someone trying to pivot would be involve. I wouldn't say involve professionals, but like there are people that helps in this kind of thing, right? It will probably take a while, but in searching, you find out that you're probably not the first person to have done that. So try to find other people that have told that path, or at least are towing that path, and it makes it easy.
Okay, that makes so much sense.
Thank you for that. That was a very good response.
There's something you were saying about being good at your job. I was going to say about sponsorship that I've noticed here. Sometimes people don't see sponsorship as a value exchange. They see it as an entitlement. So you see people saying, "Oh, this company is not sponsoring me. They are wicked."
Oh, okay.
I see what you mean. They're literally paying. Why would this? Why not in a bad way, but like, what value are you offering that will make them want to sponsor? Businesses are not charities. I mean, it might seem wicked, but it just at the end of the day, it's the value exchange. So if you want someone to sponsor you, you have to prove a certain level of value. Because there's something that happened at work where something about sponsorship, and my boss was saying So why do you think that this person is valuable? Not in a bad way, but like if you are coming to me as per, oh, I'm this person's manager, I want to push this person for sponsorship. It's like, so what value? What is that thing that they are bringing? What's that dream that we can't get anywhere else? Why are we sponsoring this person? So I said, don't worry, sir.
Yeah.
But I mean, just when you think about these things from a management point of view, you just see it's not, nobody knows you from anywhere.
It's not your village people that are after you.
I mean, sometimes they are, but
that point is very valid.
So if I may just add one more thing, this is the career episode.
No, it's fine.
For the career, for people that are in careers, you have to have a career sponsor. What do I mean? So I found out early in my career that the everyone that gets to the top has someone that drags them up. You can work hard. You can work hard and get to the top, but at the end of the day, you have to acknowledge that there are rooms where decisions are made, and you want to have a voice in those rooms.
Yes.
So, many times getting closer to management, it gives you this level of perspective.
Yes.
It gives you a level of perspective, getting closer to people ahead of you, and let them help, because I mean they've walked that path, right? So don't just
offer value.
Yeah,
as you are
of course.
value.
I mean, offer value as you are. I mean, and value.
Not just I'm going there.
Value doesn't even have to be you be a boy.
Yeah, exactly.
You just demonstrate the fact that you have sense.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes it's
don't have sense?
I know
there's a problem because I feel like I try not
some
to get
people's own
into
is
like,
some people's values that they have to be boy. So let them.
No, so you see, if that's what you can offer, yes, it's fine. But in terms of what brings money to the company
exactly.
and if you have the opportunity to get closer to senior management in your field, or people that are at least ahead of you in your field, and they are speaking to you, you should at least be able to be coherent at the very least.
Yes.
You can respond back, you can show enthusiasm, things like that. So I think having a career sponsor helps. At least if you get someone that is genuine, not someone that wants to take the best of you. So having someone that can speak for you in rooms where you don't sit, it does help.
Yeah, it does.
No, there was a Hamilton reference that came to mind, but you guys are non-believers, so
Lewis Hamilton. No, okay.
No,
sorry. Sorry, I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not a dancer. Why when you say Hamilton, first that comes to my head is F1.
Please,
F1.
this guy existed before your precious Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so that was some very serious
very,
career talk.
very, very deep. So
Okay.
let's go into
Let's go into the fun stuff now.
Let's go into the fun
Yes.
stuff, please. So we just have some. We call it like the Japa survival kit.
Yeah.
So you pick one.
Yeah, just pick one. Maybe you heard some of the questions.
Gang,
but
gang.
yeah, but still.
No, there are more questions.
There are more,
on that.
yeah,
Yes.
but there are some
We'll
I
not-
want
yeah.
to repeat actually. So first things first, you're just entering the UK. Which would you have preferred? 5K extra cash or an apartment ready before arrival, like furnished, groceries, everything ready.
5K.
Give me.
With that,
With 5K, I will get an apartment.
I'll furnish it.
I'll furnish it. I'll be fine. Yeah, 5K.
Okay. A British accent overnight or an unlimited UK shopping voucher? I know your wife will like.
Shopping voucher.
I say shopping voucher, please.
Yeah, the shopping voucher. Although the accent does help, but yeah, the shopping voucher.
I thought you said they'll be fine.
No. Yeah, I mean, you can't deny the fact that sometimes you speak to some people and the fact that you have to repeat yourself a couple of times, it can be. But the voucher, please.
Yeah. What about, okay, I don't need to ask them. I know what she will say. So, voucher.
Yes,
now.
no, exactly.
Why am I want to shop.
You guys, I would pick the voucher. I'll pick the voucher. Okay, a job in London with high rent. Okay, high-paying job in London with high rent, or a job in Birmingham with low rent.
I think we have to put numbers to it. Don't say high-paying job. Put a number to it.
100K.
100K gross in London. Or what?
70K.
Or 70K in Birmingham. 100K in London.
Because Birmingham is the ghetto.
Because there are more companies in London. London is the buzz of the UK. And it's 100K. Are you playing?
There was a time when I met somebody. So we're having a conversation. He works in cybersecurity. So just one of them just like, oh no, my guy just got one job, 100K. No, there's some things that you hear. You're like,
I
why you saying
it's
so casually?
Although they will tax you, shall.
Yes, but like,
but
just
it's
I don't know.
good.
There's sometimes you hear, and you're like, wow.
So you will not pick Birmingham?
No, I don't know.
The gap is too much. If it's 100K in London, 90K in Birmingham, I'll go to Birmingham.
I don't know
Because
I like
this London, while are plenty.
Cost. As in, it's very expensive.
But yeah.
You know, a 2-bed, a proper, very nice, not a nice new build 2-bed in Birmingham is 1.6.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
houses are a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah.
It's like, how much?
And we're struggling here in London.
I saw a studio in London for 1.4. I was like, I don't. A studio, like, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just move on.
You guys should do another episode on housing. Because, Jesus.
Okay.
Anyways.
Wow.
A guaranteed 100K job or free rent for a year.
Let me calculate.
The numbers, guys. So let him calculate.
Wait, free rent for a year. Do I get to choose the kind of apartment?
Sure, why not?
Oh yes, free rent for a year. yeah. With
What
you know
about
how much rent is? Jesus.
100K. If I don't have to live in London, I can carry myself out of.
I feel like I would choose the free rent.
Yeah.
No.
Free rent.
I won't feel,
No.
no.
I don't
Maybe
think so.
yeah, some
Especially
people
because
haven't
it's a
experienced
year.
free rent, that's why. But I have.
Especially because so it's going to elapse. I feel like anything that will elapse. I'd rather just take the one
If I don't pay rent for a year, I'll save
But
up.
the job could
And by
also
the
elapse
end
too.
of my 1 year, I'm buying my own house.
Exactly, they save money on rent.
If I don't pay rent for a year, by the end of
Then
that
think
1 year, I'm
about
buying
it.
my own house.
Okay.
don't let me calculate my rent by 12. I don't
Exactly.
do that. I
Don't do that. It's not funny.
Hold on. Wait, let me see this one. Okay, a reliable plug for cheap flight tickets, or I don't even know, or 24 hours electricity guarantee in Nigeria. Please.
In Nigeria.
Yeah.
Flight tickets.
So you're not going to wish people the best. You don't want people to.
Why are you instigating?
I wish you all the best in that country. But
Okay, final one. Access to authentic suya anytime. Not Lagos suya. I feel like I need to emphasize
Yes, not Lagos. Even me that lives in Lagos, not Lagos.
access to authentic suya anytime or a guaranteed stress-free visa renewal.
so yeah.
Right? Oh my god.
So wait, I have to caveat that. The reason why I said guarantee stress because
your visa.
I currently have that.
You
My
already
visa
have
is
that.
stress free anyways. Yeah,
Also,
my
in a way, visa applications are not.
they are not as
stressful
stressful
as
here.
people make it
Yeah.
to be.
Especially for renewals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not as stressful.
Plus,
To be
it's
fair,
suya.
any visa in this apart from Schengen, those people they
You know
are
what?
asking for
Yeah.
their blood. But anyways,
Plus, it's suya, so.
Yeah. I think if I get like Abuja kind of suya, Kaduna kind of suya.
but shall
Everybody said Kaduna because I'm about to just be
Yeah,
like.
Kaduna kind of suya. Not because even UK suya sometimes.
So, oh my god, it just.
no that question. So,
Right,
okay, that
right.
was
How
that.
can we
Those
find
are
you?
easy.
Do you want people to be able to connect with you?
Do
on
you
social
mentor
media?
people
Hi.
on things like that?
Let me speak like Ghanaian Charlie.
Yeah.
I try. I don't actively mentor because sorry I talk a lot, but because I feel like many times when people come for mentorship, they dump it all on the mentor and ask the mentor to do. So yeah,
Yeah,
Do you
very
guide
Nigerian thing.
I can guide people in
Can
terms
guide.
of I'm happy to
Okay.
speak to
Okay.
people.
So where can we find
Where
you?
can we
Find me
find
on
you?
social media.
Which
Ins-
one?
Social media.
Please find me on Twitter. Instagram is overwhelming.
Yeah,
Twitter
I
at
would say Twitter is overwhelming, but anyway.
yeah.
I mean, but
No, I'm
you
trying
had
to
a
I'm trying to
stress-free
reduce
visa
my
process.
Instagram because I spend too much time there.
Okay.
So I find it so
find
stupid.
you
On Twitter at Tam Adelakun, TAM Adelakun.
Okay.
Okay.
What of LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, Tamilore Adelakun. I'll
Okay.
reply you after 10 working days. I don't check it that often. But yes,
Okay.
I found
I don't
him,
think.
I'm not that.
Do you have anything to any last words?
Any last words to say? Yeah, I'll just still stick with the skilled worker visa. I think one thing that probably if you've not picked it up, that stood out on my journey was having sensible voices around me. From the person that referred me to my wife. She was just my girlfriend then, but yeah, and we got married because we were going to travel together. Anyway, so having sensible voices around you helps, right? You never know when you need someone that can call in sense to you, because I was really going to turn down the job. So yeah, and involve God in whatever you do. Yeah, spend a good however you pray.
I think my takeaway from both Tamilore's own and Ademola's own is again that thing of life opportunities will meet you at what you are doing. Like, things would just add up because you've might not
over
be
time.
intentional. Exactly. And
well.
when something comes, you are ready. And there's something that I used to say to myself, which something I learned over time, is that your future will ask you for some of the things that you are learning now. Because that time I had the chance to do, I think, makeup artistry or so, but I don't take it serious. I was like, makeup. Then when I went to culinary school, but I did not like go for my, like, I did not work in a restaurant enough to become a big chef, those kind of things. Then when I now moved here, I now saw these opportunities. I was like, oh wow, I was young, I was not doing anything. I was just very you get, but if I had taken those things serious, these are things that would now help in my life. But I mean, no regrets, but it's just things that you learn. Whatever you find, do it well. Your future will ask you.
For me, I think with all of that, piggybacking off of all of that.
I still have one more thing to add, Chad. Piggybacking off of what she said.
It's just mostly broaden your mindset, broaden your horizons. There's more than one way to japa. And I think it's because everyone is so focused on, I'm saying everyone because myself was included as well, focus on I must relocate. You forget how you could build yourself and upskill and get to a certain point where you would be demanded, as opposed to you like searching and saying I want this. So broaden your mindset, broaden everything you think would be valuable for you to learn and pick up. I think you should do that. That would be very helpful.
That part does not have to be a struggle. It can be, but it doesn't have to be.
You know how weird it sounds that we're already here and saying, don't worry, don't struggle too much. Just
no,
but it's the truth actually.
You can come as a student. I mean, obviously, do whatever works for you.
Search for knowledge never ends.
So it's just the case of knowing that there are opportunities.
There are opportunities. If you coming as a student is the only option you think exists, then it's not.
Go for it.
Then I mean, whatever.
Go for it, but then it's not the only option that exists.
I just have to one last thing. Just to piggyback
on what I said,
on what she said. Don't spend so much time in regret. So you could have made mistakes. You could have.
I need to take this one.
Yeah, you could have. You could have invested time in something that didn't turn out well. You it's best to stand up and move on. At the end of the day, you can't correct the past.
IG sound that's like.
So at the end of the day, you can't correct the past, right? So if you spend so much time looking back, say I should have done that. No, you should have. Move on. At the end of the day, make the best of where you are at now, and you'll be fine. It is what it is.
It go be.
That's nice.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Tamilore. Do you want to close us off?
Yes. Thank you guys for watching, and you can find us on X, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, and on TikTok. And please share our videos, because when you share them,
this episode was very important.
Yes, when people get to know about and people get to learn these things and people get to see and know more about stuff.
So thank you guys. We love y'all. Bye.
Truce.